Can you get a job without an interview? Can you be appointed by a company without ever applying for the job? Is it possible that a company can call you to come and take a significant position in a company and earn significant amount of salary without ever applying for the job or attending an interview? Yes, it is possible. On the podcast today, I want to share with you how you can get a job without an interview. Heck, how you can even get a job without ever applying for the job. Are you excited about that? Give me a thumbs up and stay with me carefully as we discuss this. Now, I'm going to be discussing this from a biblical perspective, and we have covered a couple of issues in relation to HR success from the biblical perspective because it is important. There are a lot of wisdoms in the Bible that we can refer to become successful. And on the podcast today, I'm going to be referring to a story about David and Goliath and how David got the opportunity to be able to fight Goliath. The story is in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17. I'm going to be focusing on the verse 26. However, I'll give you just a brief background. David was tending the sheep in the bush, and the father requested that he takes a meal to his brothers who are on the battlefield. Because at this point in the life of Israel was fighting with Goliath, and Goliath it's somebody representing the Philistines, and he is very tall, someone who is trained, and all the Israel army, the entire Israel army was afraid of Goliath. And so when David got to the battlefield, he saw the opportunity that everybody, people who are trained to fight in a battle, are acting cowardly and are hiding. And this Philistine giant, Goliath, is yelling at them because he wanted someone to come from Israel to fight him one-on-one. And nobody was ready to do that. And that was where David found an opportunity. So we're going to be using this story as a guinea pig to let you identify and know how you can get your next job without an interview. Are you excited about that? Let's go. So 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 26. Then David spoke to the men who stood by him, saying, "What shall be done for the man who kills this Philistine and takes away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" So I'm going to share with you the 5 stages David went through and the 5 stages that you can also go through to get your next job without application, without an interview. Number 1, identify opportunities. David identified an opportunity by identifying a problem that existed. The problem was this giant who was tormenting the Israelites. Not only that, this giant was defying the God of Israel. In our situation here, you have to identify there are companies available. Maybe there's a company you want to work for. Maybe as a social media manager for a company. Okay, go to their website, go to their social media pages, find out what they are doing and what they could do that will help them to get more social media engagement or to get more social media page visits, page likes organically. You need to identify the problem so you know that there is an opportunity available. Now, I know somebody will say, "Hey, Nhyira, this part of the world, it is impossible to do some of these things." Listen, if you are serious, you will know opportunity. You will identify the opportunities. But that is the first thing. You must identify opportunities. You must identify a challenge that a company is having, a challenge that nobody is solving, which you have expertise in, which you think you can provide some solution for. You identify. Stage number 2, you must resonate with the problem. You see, it's one thing to identify a problem. It's another thing to say, "I am passionate about this." David saw the problem that nobody could face Goliath. And so everybody was hiding. But when he came and he heard what Goliath was saying, he became angry. Was like, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? Because these are the people of God. How the heck does somebody who is uncircumcised speak against them that way. He resonated with the problem. And the same thing happens when you identify a problem about a company that you think you can provide solution for. You have to be passionate about it, because passion is infectious. You have to be passionate about it, that, hey, this is your problem. This is the thing. I can fix it. I think this thing has to be fixed, because if we don't fix it, it is not good for your brand. It is not good for your company and for your ability to be able to gain sustainable competitive advantage. You have to resonate with the problem. Step number 3, assess your current skill level, whether you are competent to deal with the problem. So number 1, you identify the problem that they have. Number 2, resonate with it. Number 3, do you have the skills to provide solution for this problem? This is very important, because there are sometimes people identify problems, but their solution is inappropriate. Their solution is inadequate. Their skill level to meet that particular problem, it's not right. The reason why this assessment is very important is that if you identify a problem which you have no much skills in now, then you can educate yourself. You can train yourself. You can take some online courses. You can watch some YouTube videos so that you can really understand the scope of how this thing works and how it can be solved. Assessing your level of skills, whether you are competent to do this job. In the mind of David, he assessed and realized that I can take this guy. How? I've killed lions. I have killed the bears who try to attack the sheep that I'm taking care of. So I know that with my sling, I can get this guy down by the grace of God. He knew his skill level. In our case, like I said, you may not be able to have all the skills right now, but that means you need to train yourself. You need to develop yourself. That means sometimes you need to ditch your certificate, your prestigious whatever the heck you studied in the university. You may have to ditch it and learn new set of skills, because that is what will help you to provide the solution to the problem that you are so passionate about. Number 4, people will try to discourage and stop you. When David came and was like, give me the opportunity, I want to fight this guy, I want to bring this guy down, his brothers were like, hey, yes, I know, that's how you are. Keep quiet. We, the people who have been fighting all our lives, we are unable to face this guy, and you, a small boy, tending sheep in the bush, you come and say you want to fight this guy? You want to die? Do you want to be squashed? Do you want to be destroyed? In our life today, in our society today, you're going to face that same thing. When you try to do something ambitious, when you try to provide a solution to a problem that you are so passionate about, people will come against you. The naysayers will come against you. The experts will come against you. They will try to stop you. They will try to discourage you. They will try to downplay your ability to be able to become successful in what you are so passionate about. But one thing you need to understand is this: don't let them stop you. When I wanted to start our education business and us starting our YouTube channel and all the things that we are doing now, people were like, hey, you're too young. Nobody knows you. There are established companies already doing this. Nobody will listen to you. Nobody will follow you. Yes, where we are now, we are not there yet, but we are really making significant influences in the lives of hundreds and thousands of people across the globe through our platforms. If I had listened to the naysayers who said you are too young, you are incapable, you are not an expert, you don't have the knowledge in this, you will fail, go look for something else and do, this is not your field, I wouldn't have been here. But then they didn't know that I had identified a problem. They didn't know that I was passionate about it. They didn't know that I had assessed my skill level and was ready to learn the various skills that are necessary to make me to become successful. They didn't know about it. That is what you need to understand. People will try to stop you, but you don't have to let them stop you. They may discourage you, but if you heard right, if you resonate well, if you build the right skill, I can guarantee you, you will become successful. You will provide a solution to that company. So you found a problem in a company and you have provided a solution to them. Maybe sometimes somebody will tell you, no, this company, where did you go to school? Do you know that the person occupying this job or the people who work in this company, they all went to X school? And you are coming from somewhere, small little boy, you think your app, you think your product, you think your solution can help this company. Do you know when this company was established? Do you know how this company gets into this place? Don't be discouraged. If you have identified a problem and you are passionate about a problem and you know you have the skill, you have the expertise, you know you have the solution to give to the company, try it, give it out, look for the right people and speak to them. Why? Because David ultimately got the opportunity to speak to the king, King Saul. After those brouhaha, he got the opportunity to speak with King Saul. Because if you persist, if you don't listen to the naysayers, if you are able to challenge and you know your skills level, you believe that this is what you have been called to do, you will get the right opportunity. People will try to place hindrances in your path, but you will definitely get to the right person to show them the solution that you have developed for the company's problem, and definitely you will get that job. The number 5, ask for the reward. There is nothing free. So David was emphatic. What shall be done for the man who kills this Philistine? It's very important. Nothing is free in the world. So after you presented the solution and people are excited about it, you got to ask for the reward. So in our days here, you may not necessarily have to ask the reward upfront. But then if your solution is solid and you're able to convince the company that this solution is what you need, you will not even mention it. They will bring you on board. So if you want to get your next job without applying for the job, you want to get your next job without even attending an interview, look at the companies that you intend to work for. Find out some problems that they have. Look at which of the problems you are passionate about that resonates with you. Assess whether you have the right skills to provide the solution, because it's not just any solution you want to provide. You want to provide the best solution there is to that particular problem, because if it is the best, nobody can turn you down. 4, no matter what it is, there will be naysayers, there will be hindrances on the path in trying to provide that solution, but don't give up, persist, and then once you're able to do that, the reward is going to come at the end of the day. This is how you get a job without applying for it or being interviewed for it. Let me hear in the comment section what you think about this, and let me know what other HR videos that you would want us to cover on the channel or on the page. But most importantly, remember to like, share, and follow the page. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.